2023 is here, and this is the year that I really want to find more balance in my life. I think that in the previous years, last year in particular, is when I found myself making a lot of good progress in improving parts of myself. And when I say that, it's mainly down to the health aspect of things. But there are, of course, other areas of life which I think are important for us to make sure that we have on lock. And that's what I want to talk about in this video today, is making sure that each segment of your life can be balanced with the others so that you can essentially achieve ultimate satisfaction and happiness throughout your everyday life, okay? The first thing I want to talk about is health. The reason why I say this is because you could be a millionaire, a billionaire even, but if you are bedridden and you're unable to leave your bed, then there's no point having all of that money if you're not able to do things with it. And that is why health is one of the main things that we need to make sure is in top form, okay? At least above the average. Okay, actually for you guys, it should be way above average because you're all young men. Health is indispensable, okay? Without being in a healthy condition, you're not gonna be able to do these other things. So you need to make sure that you prioritize health. I've spoken about health to much lengths on this channel, so feel free to go and check out any of my other videos where I talk about health. But guys, this is the foundation of your body. I know that when I'm a dad or granddad, I wanna be able to make sure that I'm playing with my children. I don't wanna be that family member where they're like, oh, watch granddad's back or anything. No, I'm in the gym, making sure that my back is strong so that little Tommy and Henry, don't know why they got such white names, can come and jump on granddaddy's shoulders. Maybe that's why. Maybe my son or daughter just ends up with white people. Go out there, make sure you're looking after your health. That's one of the things that I'm trying to do as well. One of my biggest vices has always been sugar. Even when I was cutting down, I made sure that I had some macros left to take some candies and all of that sugary stuff. That's one of the things that I'm trying to watch this year. In fact, this January, I tried to do a no sugar challenge. It didn't really work. I've avoided overly sugary treats and stuff, but guys, sugar is in almost everything that we eat anyway. So I'm doing well in terms of not having desserts and all of that stuff, but I had some brioche loaf the other day, I'm not gonna lie, which of course does have sugar in it. So yeah, it's one of the things that I'm gonna make sure that I watch, especially for the rest of the year and hopefully in the future, because I really wanna cut down that sugar intake. It's not good for you at all. And of course, making sure that all of the exercise related fitness things are maintained in that top shape. For the last couple of months, I haven't actually been following a program or even tracking my workouts really, because I was coming out of a weird period. I can't remember, I think I was ill and stuff, and I was just like, let me just wait until the new year as a new reset to start following the program. So I'm gonna get back into my program. Like, I haven't lost any gains per se. I also do want to be cutting down my body fat as well. Of course, you guys know that I've got a run coming, so I don't want to be carrying all of this. So we've got a little bit of time to make sure that I'm in the shape that I want to be for the goals that I've set. But those are going to be some of the key things that I am focusing on. For you guys, whether you're at the start of your fitness journey or you're pretty well advanced in it, just make sure that you have health as one of the things that you want to keep in tip-top condition. And that moves me on to the wealth aspects of things. So now you've got a great body, you're healthy, you've got no qualms about any diseases coming your way. It's time to think about the money side of things. And the money is the necessity, all right? Because even the things that I spoke about, like, of course, you can be healthy on a budget, but a lot of the things you might want, like, for example, I bought a Terragun massage gun, which costs money, all right? So, these are the things that I wanted to kind of advance that health. Of course, I can massage myself and stuff, but that was an investment that I wanted to make to improve that. And you need money for these sorts of investments, okay? So the next part is wealth. Me, myself, I work a 9-to-5 job, but I know that this year I want to be starting to think about other income streams. Of course, I've got this YouTube channel. Doesn't really make money though. I do get a check every couple of months, but we will still make sure to keep uploading. So don't worry, I'm not going anywhere, even if I don't make any money. These videos are still coming your way, but there are other income streams that it's important for me to start thinking about as well. And I would encourage you to do so. Depending on where you are in life, if you've just graduated, then of course it might be time to look at a job. But if you've got a budding business idea, then why not try to look into that? Why not try to think about what you can start so that you might not be one of those people that have to work for someone, so that you can be someone that actually has your own money. Now, I say this, I don't want to discredit the 9-to-5 and putting in honest work. Now, me, myself, I'm not a huge fan of it, but, on this culture of YouTube and entrepreneurs and self-improvement and all of that, I think that it is heavily looked down upon when it doesn't have to be. Of course, most of us don't want to, but if you are comfortable with working a 9 to 5, then that's you. But for me, I know it's not gonna be able to get me to the point where I want to be at. Not in just terms of money, but in terms of the lifestyle that I want to live as well. At least I don't see it that way. So there are other income streams that I need to start looking into, which I am going to be doing for this year of 2023. So that's health, that's wealth. What is next, guys? Psychology, spirituality, and relationships, okay? All of these are put into one because it's mainly relationships with people, your significant other, family, friends, a higher being. Those all come under relationships. And the reason I say this is it's important to start to maintain those relationships or let go of the ones that aren't serving you. Now, myself, I'm not particularly good at letting go of people. I kind of have these bonds that I end up not wanting to sever. But to be honest, at this point in my life, I don't think there are many that I need to. Of course, I've spoke about in the recent video that I uploaded about me having to get over an ex. So that's probably the only one that I've had to kind of move away from. Other relationships in my life, like friends and family, I'm making sure that I'm doing my best to maintain them. And this is something I've never really struggled with. When I've done reviews of my 2022, 2021 in the past, I've always been able to upkeep friendships and family relationships. As a single guy now, of course, if a lady does come my way, then that will be something else that I would have to make sure that I'm doing my best at. And I'm making sure that I can be a good boyfriend to her. Let me know if you guys actually want a video on this as well, because I was thinking about doing a video about how to be a good boyfriend, because I don't actually see this on YouTube. Like, I see a lot of how to get a girl, how to talk to one, but no one actually gives you the information on how to keep them. And me being in 2 long-term relationships, I think I've got some good insight for you guys. So let me know if you want that. But other than that, yeah, of course, spirituality. If you believe in God, then of course, maybe try and get closer with God. If you don't, meditation is also good as well, good practice for you. And it's not actually about adding more in. I was listening to a podcast by Andrew Huberman, and he had the guest Sam Harris on, and it's not just about taking time to do something. It's actually taking time to do less. It's not another thing that you have to add on to your good habits. It's actually taken away, right? So it should be easier, right? Obviously not in this fast-paced world, but I believe you can do it. And so the reason why all of these relationships are important is because it's the purpose of essentially life. Like, it's all good having money and being fit, but then what? Are you gonna be rich with no one else to see your richness or no one else to share your financial freedom with? Probably not, right? So that's why I believe relationships are important, because it's pretty much the purpose, all right? And if you believe in God, then that is the purpose of life. So yeah, make sure you're healthy, get your money up, and then you can have some meaning in your life when it comes to the relationships that you have. Which moves me on to the last part, which is essentially happiness. It's the results of all of these things combined. Now, they say not to pursue happiness because, you know, the ebbs and flows of life, it can be a roller coaster. You know, you have good times, bad times. And that's why I said in my last video, like, when you're sad, like, try and actually feel all the emotions of sadness. And, you know, when you're happy, do the same thing with that, obviously, with happy emotions. But happiness is going to be the result. If you are healthy and you have got enough money to feed your family, chances are you're going to be happy, okay? Of course, if you've got good relationships, then that's just added happiness, okay? So all of these things feed into your happiness. If you're wondering why you aren't happy at any given moment in time, then it's probably because one of those 3 other silos is out of balance. Now that brings me on to the last point that I want to make, and that is about balance. Now the whole video is how to actually balance your life. What I would advise is that if you are doing very well in one department and very low on the others, that you should try and rebalance it. Now, this doesn't mean that they can't all be high eventually, okay? But if you are doing very well in one department and one of these is utterly low, then it might take some time for you to rebalance it and actually feel better. I'll give you a personal anecdote. In 2020 lockdown, my health was very bad. Looking back, I can see I was overweight, I had a lot of extra fat, and I wasn't doing a lot of exercise and stuff. Like, just looking back, I don't think I was very healthy, but my relationships were pretty good. And my money was, well, I was earning less than I am now, but I wasn't really fussed about it. But I wasn't fussed about it too much. So that's what I would say, is to try and rebalance. And now I can tell you for a fact that my health is up, my money is more as well. And then of course, my relationships, bar the not having a romantic one, are also at a very good point. Okay, now what do I do from here? improve all of them essentially. But of course, I'm focusing on the wealth aspects of things now because I believe that is probably the lowest out of all the three in terms of where I am in life. If you enjoyed this video, please thumbs up. At the end of the day, as your friend, I've got you. Look forward to more videos and I'll see you soon.